next warrior to the cage. Please give it up for Brian Hooi.
Is a prodigy. This is a guy that gets the opportunity here on Brave, and this could shoot his career to brand new heights. Brian Hooi. Looks young, looks like a baby in there, doesn't he, Rama?
Dude, 22.
Remember those days?
Those were the days, yes. But to say, I mean, 17 fights at the age of 22, this is a very busy young man.
No, and that's the type of thing that you would see out of a K1 fighter or a Muay Thai fighter with that many fights. But to do that in MMA, you got to really stay busy, be fighting every other month, and it seems like that's what Hooi's been doing.
Taking full advantage of that youth.
Yeah, 100%.
Bastard.
Yeah, I miss those days. I miss those days, to say the least. What a night we have had here, and Brian Hooi just could be the next big star here for Brave Combat Federation.
We can probably expect some nice Dutch kickboxing out of him.
Oh, you better believe it.
He's fighting out of The Hague, which I know you heard about from your history classes.
Oh yes, of course, of course. How could I forget? A lot of history coming out of there. Brave Combat Federation making quite the impression here in Mumbai, India, as things just continue to pick up. This one could be a quick finish as well. Brian Hooi is inside the cage. All right, here comes Erick Silva, 20-4. Fighting out of Sweden by way of Brazil.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome Erick Carlos Silva.
You talk about a guy that is on an incredible streak right now, Rama. What is that, 8 fights in a row?
8 fights in a row, not bad, dude.
And he is typically finishing those fights. His last fight was against Enrique back in December. Rear naked choke before that, TKO. He can literally do it all. TKO, submission, decision. He can give you anything.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to see what his takedowns look like. Looks like he's finishing the vast majority of his fights on the ground.
They call him Injo Bravo, fighting out of Astra Fight Team. Look for a very entertaining fight here between Hooi and Silva. A much bigger fighter is Injo Bravo. Tail of the tape, a little bit younger is Hooi. Experience nearly the same. Netherlands versus Brazil.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, our next bout is 3 5-minute rounds in the lightweight division. Introducing our first warrior, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 14 wins and 4 losses. He stands 177.8 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 70 kilograms. Representing BJJ Delft and fighting out of the Netherlands, give it up for Brian Hooi. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 20 wins and only 4 losses. He stands 172 centimeters tall and weighs in at a ready 70.4 kilograms. Representing Astro Fight Gym and fighting out of Brazil, give it up for Erick Carlos Indio Bravo Silva.
Fun fact.
Your referee is Mark Goddard.
Yes, please, hit me with a fun fact. I want one.
Indio Bravo means fierce Indian.
It's because he's actually from the rainforest region in Brazil, in Manaus. And here we go. Mark Goddard is going to be your official, and here we go. 2 young beasts here in Brian Hooi and Injo Bravo. Injo Bravo is in the black and the blue and in the black with the brown trim. Brian Hooi.
Hooi making good use of his pivots and circles.
No, doing a great job circling here. Not wanting to feel the power of Silva. Very, very aggressive, though, is Erick Carlos Silva, and he wants to bring this thing down to the ground, and we'll see how good the BJJ is in the Netherlands.
Very good job. He has a body lock right now.
Great defense, though, by Brian Hooi.
Absolutely.
Not giving it up yet.
You know, he was turned around once, and I thought he was going down, but he did a really good job of keeping his balance.
Silva, of
Sprawling out
course,
here.
out of the Astra fight team, which has produced a ton of great fighters out of Brazil. And working those elbows,
Ankle
though.
pick, and yeah, Brian was landing a few elbows to the temple there.
Look at the demeanor of Brian Hooi. He just seems really cool, calm, and collected, really not getting frustrated, not doing anything crazy right now, doing a great job of defending.
Looks like a guy that's fought 17 times, for sure.
100%. 100% as he tries to get out of that position, and he just keeps mounting elbows.
Nice. Has a brace grip with an underhook there, lands a good knee.
Wow, beautiful knee there by Brian Hooi, showing us the creative striking.
Back to cage control.
May have a star on our hands here, and Brian Hooi, little dirty boxing in the clinch, now going to the body. Here comes Hooi. Now he's going to be the aggressor here as he sits in that southpaw stance. Very much like a martial artist, the way, you know what I mean? Almost kind of like of a karate fighter.
You know what? Yeah, I was going to say, I was going to ask you if you had any background information about Hooi, because he's moving very much like with those hops and the way he circles out, very much like someone that does like point karate or something.
It seems to be working for him. You know, we've seen guys ascend with karate, guys like your Stephen Thompsons and your Lyoto Machida. And he's going to bring him to the ground.
Nice high C2. Oh, hip heist finish too. Half guard, and they're back up again. Man, what an exchange.
How about that scramble by Brian Hooi? He doesn't want to stay on the ground, and he quickly got to his feet. I think that's admirable, that if you know you're not a ground fighter, you don't hang around in there and you get right back up to your feet.
Yeah, Hooi did a great job of just initiating a scramble there and then standing back up.
You don't want to let a guy like Silva get on top and really clasp those hands and get into guard. And oh, there we go.
Head kick.
Beautiful right head kick.
Again,
a lot of fun to watch.
High C again. Get that single, got him against the cage. Let's see if he can finish this time.
Can he clasp those hands together? And he does.
Nice.
Hooi's going for a ride. He's going to try to scramble.
Again, Hooi trying to get the butterfly guard and get his back against the cage for that wall walk.
Looking like a young prodigy is Hooi, but Silva doing a great job of closing distance. The 28-year-old Erick Silva at 20-4.
In half guard, and this is actually a tough spot for Hooi. Silva's doing a really good job of maneuvering him and getting to a spot where he can start landing strikes.
Half guard can be very, very effective as far as controlling your opponent and still being able to fire off those left hands.
And Hooi, again, working his way back up.
Still dealing with the clinch, though, and he's going to go on a ride again. Possibly not. He is going to just keep elbow in the head of Injo Bravo.
Looks like doesn't make Silva
it's like
too happy.
Chinese water torture. Just
oh, I know, it's
one
consistent.
after another.
And you actually, once we get an angle again, looks like he's actually reddening it, like reddening his temples there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You can see the damage on the side of the head of Erick Silva. He's got that ankle pick, and he's not going to let it go. He knows where his bread and butter is. Wow, what a night of fights we've had here, and it just continues to get better now as Erick Silva and Brian Hooi, a contrast of styles to say the least. That's it, round one is in the books. Entertaining round there.
Actually, yeah, Hooi did a great job of maintaining distance, keeping his feet busy, and you know, creating scrambles when he needed them.
How much damage do you think he did, Brian Hooi, just with his stand-up, working the elbows? He had a couple nice head kicks, Seems like he really mounted up some damage there on Erick Silva.
I totally agree with you. I think that was probably why Silva was so aggressive with his takedown attempts.
You see that with Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, to make that comparison. Sometimes it looks like those strikes that they don't have a whole lot on them, but man, they really add up. And let's take a look right here.
Inside leg kick, but it looks like Hooi tries to counter with his straight. Uppercut. Here's that big takedown that Silva got in the center of the cage. And immediately Hooi goes to butterflies.
That was a head kick.
Very nice.
I think that may have been Brian Hooi's round overall.
Yes.
That being said, Erick Silva did a great job of capitalizing towards the end and leaving a nice impression in the eyes of the judges.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for Hooi to breathe at some point.
Well, it certainly shouldn't be nerves. This is a guy that's, like I talked about it before, 17 fights. He's been in there quite a bit. That being said, be under the bright lights of Brave Combat Federation in front of the Sheikh and Muhammad Shahid. But here comes Silva. He wants a little stand-up of his own, and he's wanting to bring this thing back down to the ground.
Nice.
Great work.
Silva doing a really good job of level changing there. His timing was much better than the last round. In half guard, overhook half guard, which is
I think he knows that he has the advantage here, and he's going to use it.
Yeah, I think he really has to do some work here to catch up on that first round. And yeah, Hooi looks like he's trying to get back to a butterfly guard here, full guard. Doing some hoist Gracie kidney kicks.
Are we surprised at all from Hooi that landed all those elbows in that precarious position? Now he's throwing the kidney kicks. He's a crafty little striker. This is a great chance for Hooi to maybe explode if he can possibly get his legs in between.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying to push that head down, create a little space. Elbow straight down, nice. And Hooi being really sneaky with his elbows. It looks like he's going for maybe just controlling the arm, and then he'll slice an elbow in there.
Possibly initiate a cut. Change the fight altogether. Brian Hooi doesn't look like he's too tired, but Erick Silva is like a dog, just riding him, just continuing to smother him.
Nice elbow there from the bottom. And returned.
Here he goes again. Mark Goddard watching very closely that he doesn't hit the back of the head. He's not throwing those 12-6. Hooi trying to get his rubber guard, trying to get out, but Silva's just on top of everything. Seems to be a step ahead.
He's doing a good job of kind of nullifying Brian's moves to more offensive guards like overhook guard. That was a good elbow attempt. I'm not sure if it quite landed though. Brian's been doing a good job of covering up.
Big time elbows that time though. Silva snuck a few in. Injo Bravo, the fierce Indian. This is a grind out here, as you can hear the fans here in India. Talked about it before, getting more educated, appreciating the ground a little bit more.
Oh, nice up kick. Looks like
he may have connected on that up kick.
Yeah, looks like it was a nice heel to the nose there as India Bravo tried to stand up.
In the corner of the All India MMA Federation, the big federation around here, and they've done a great job of shaping the sport and really setting the guidelines, and just a great job managing everything. I know you've actually seen a lot of their work, so.
Yeah, they've been, you know, they're officiating this entire event, and they provide some 25 odd staff, and yeah, and this is their first big show, and they're doing a great job thus far.
Sitting in the guard right now is Erick Silva, and he has controlled this round. And if he can stay in this position, if he can't get the finish, he's certainly going to take this round and make things even.
Yeah, let's see if Brian can kind of wriggle his way out of this one. This is, he's got an overhook on Erick's right arm, so You know, I think that's Erick's power arm, and so he's not so worried about the strikes. But Erick is still doing a good job of holding him down there, and just as I say that, he frees his right arm and lands a hard headshot. Erick doing a really good job of piling into him and using the cage to stifle any movement.
Interesting to see if Hooi can, maybe if he can make it to round number 3, if he gets a little more lighter on his feet and circles a bit more and doesn't give up that takedown.
Yeah, he's still thinking very offensively. You know, he's still moving, trying to land little shots here and there, and trying to open something up so he can start wall walking and getting back up. Short time left here, short time.
Here comes the strikes. Erick Silva starting to put some strikes together again. Needs to stay as busy as possible. The watch fly and Mark Goddard.
10 seconds left. Looks like he might try to pass here.
And there we go. A nice round by Erick Silva. A nice answer to round number 1, Rama.
Yes, you know, I think this is going to probably be even on the scorecards for the judges, so this third round is going to hold a lot of weight. So Yeah, from the get-go, Silva was not wasting any time. Lands a few good elbows there. And this is where he spent the majority of the fight. A couple times he came up here, and it looks like Hooi lands an up kick as he attempts to pass.
No, great work here by Silva. It was all his round here in round 2. That means it's going to be one apiece. And they're both going to have to cinch this round if they want to take the victory. Either that or finish their opponent. Brave 5, go for glory. NSIC, the dome at the NSIC here. The third and final round, as you see, Brian Hooi is dead focused, laser focused on his opponent. Look into the eyes, a lot of determination there. We'll see if he changes the game plan a little bit and tries to stay out of the reach of Erick Silva.
Whistles from the crowd.
And here we go, third and final.
Nice 2, followed by a front kick there.
He's gonna have to keep moving lateral.
Nice.
He's so focused on moving out of the way that he actually gave up a few shots there, big punches. Oh, big flying knee, and that may have been a big mistake.
Let's see what that adds up to. I think Brian, oh, there he is.
Hooey's
good,
back
nice
up.
technical rise.
Oh, wow, whoa, whoa.
Sprawl position, and oh, head behind him. Good, look good for a wrestler submarine there. Oh, and oh, he might be going for a reverse triangle.
Oh, and he's got that thing locked up. Oh, wow, Brian Hooi. And it seemed like he didn't really know where to go with that, though. Yeah, he landed in a reverse triangle, but he couldn't complete it. Wow,
like
Hooi.
Hooi being a lot more explosive this round, maybe very cognizant that he lost the last.
He definitely doesn't want to end the round on the ground as he did round number 2. You know, I'm imagining we're going to see much of the same here. Silva's just going to try to keep him on the ground, control him for the rest of this round.
You know what? That, you know, as long as he doesn't get warned by the referee, it's maybe the smart thing to do.
If you're Hooi, do you just try to trap those arms and try to get a stand-up at this point?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you just want to make some space. You know, his game is more or less tailored for it. I think that Silva's just trying to be much heavier and keep his hips closer so he can't get that space.
Erick Silva still in the guard, still punishing. You see the elbows from Hooi, but that is not going to be enough, I don't think, to take a round. Just throwing elbows from the bottom.
Unless there's some massive damage, yeah, I seriously doubt it. Silva's doing, again, a good job of kind of inching closer to the cage. And as soon as he gets there, I think Hooey's going to have a lot more trouble trying to make his way. Oh, does a good job of pivoting there.
No, it was a great job of controlling and now moving away from the cage. And they're going to stand him up. Here we go. Mark Goddard at about the halfway point of the third round.
Let's see if Silva has that juice to get another takedown here. Definite blessing for Hooi.
Absolutely, and here they go. Brian Hooi, big punches. But he overcommitted, and he's going to go on another ride.
Man, without a sprawl, that kid just stood up against a really good grappler.
Crazy balance.
Yeah, doing a really good job of keeping his balance there. Silva has to work extra hard to get that double leg, and now he has like a leg mount.
And Hooi's going to try to get up, but grinding him up is Erick Silva, Angel Bravo, the Mad Indian. 2 minutes left as it looked like Hooi was putting together some offense. Now Silva's right back in the driver's seat. Mixing it up, throwing a little ground and pound here. Silva staying busy, avoiding the stand-up.
I find really, I'm not sure if this is purposeful, but looks like Silva's kind of driving his head into the turnbuckle, which makes it really hard for him to move his head at all. Really smart moves.
I can tell you may be a wrestling fan calling turnbuckle with the corner post.
Oh, corner post, Jesus.
You've been hanging out in India too much. They love them some wrestling
man.
over here.
Corner post. I apologize, and
no, it's okay. You're gonna get more crap than that from other people before you'll get it from me. I love wrestling. And here we go. He is gonna look for a takedown again, and man, just like a rag doll, dragging Brian Hooi back to the ground.
He's got 1 minute. He's got 1 minute to make something happen here, and looks like Silva is really trying to focus his game and is not trying to, you know, go out on a limb here, which is the smart thing to do.
Brian Hooi just not able to explode and get out of this position. Erick Silva, Angel Bravo could be cruising right now to another victory on that very impressive record of 20-4. Can he make it 21-4? Looking like he might at this point.
Yeah, I think it'd take a Hail Mary from Hooi to make this really happen. Now you can tell like in I watch football too, right?
Yeah, the Hail Mary. Yeah, absolutely. Here we go. Final moments, and this one is in the books. We're gonna go to the judges' decision. We'll be back with your judges' decision here in Mumbai. You're watching Brave Combat Federation. And welcome back to Brave Combat Federation. Now let's take a look at the replay. Rama Reddy and myself. And here it was. He went for that big flying knee, and that was trouble.
Man, yeah.
Bad decision.
It's jackpot if it hits, but if it doesn't, man, you're on your back for the entirety of the round.
And that's exactly what happened. And Hooi, we saw him get up a couple times, but Erick Silva was just able to stay on top of him and smother him.
Yeah, there's one exchange where actually he lands like a good set of punches. That's probably it.
There
uppercut, hook, uppercut, to the body, to the body.
I mean, beautiful combination. You're talking about a heck of a striker in Brian Hooi. All right, we got the official decision. Let's go up to Carlos Kramer.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, again, let's give it up for these two warriors. After 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard. Your first judge scores about 29-28 Hooi. Your next judge scores about 29-28 Silva. And your next judge scores about 29-28 for your winner by split decision, Erick Carlos Indio Bravo Silva.
Wow, Hooi actually got around though. I was surprised that he was going to get it on the judges, but it's a split decision, and I'm excited to see both these men get back inside the Brave cage.
Yeah, for sure. I think Brian, given his age, give a fantastic fight. I just think that Silva did a really good job of adjusting in the second and third rounds and being a lot more aggressive with his takedowns.